On this episode, we forgot to do an intro, so I'm phoning it in. Get it? Phone? I'm phoning it in. Oh, that's terrible. This real estate stuff is not easy, so send me your questions and I will answer them. This is the Ask Jason Show. Hello everybody, my name is Jason Piercey and this is episode 27 of the Ask Jason Show. Today we're live on Facebook. I asked the people if they wanted question 1 or question 2. They picked question number 2 and that question comes from a buddy of mine. Sometimes he watches. Are you there, Harvey? I was late getting to this one, boss, but this one's for you, Harv. How do I know when I should renovate my house or if I should just sell it and move on to get what I'm looking for? So I assess this in a couple of different ways. Here's how I answer that question. You need to look at the current value of your house, the value of the renovation, like how much it's going to cost, and then how much your house is going to be worth after you do your renovation. And now you decide whether or not you're either breaking even or earning money off of the renovation. That can play a big role, but it doesn't mean to say that if you're not making money off of the renovation, that being that your value is increased by the renovation, more money than the renovation itself cost you. So say you have a $250,000 house and you spend $50,000 adding some kind of an extension or something. I'm not saying that your value has to come out to be more than 300 for you to want to stay. I'm just saying that if you're a very practical, just dollars and cents person, that's the easiest way to determine whether or not it makes sense for you to renovate and stay. However, it might make a ton of sense for you to renovate and stay and not make more money off of the house and not increase your value more than what you spent on it if, for instance, you're in a particularly nice neighborhood that you absolutely love. Like if all of your best friends are down the street, if you're in a school zone that's perfect for you and you can't find what you're looking for outside that school zone. These are situations in which it's okay not to always profit off of your real estate asset. We should have talked about that. That's something that sort of bothers me. We're so used over the last probably 8 to 10 years of people thinking that you always need to earn money off of real estate. That's not really how it goes, because there's a cost of loving where you live. If you live in a house for 10 years and your equity doesn't increase and you don't profit a bunch of money when you sell, that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing at all. It means that there was a cost to your enjoyment of your life in your home for that 10 years. That's fine. Everybody that's only exposed to our local real estate market in the last 8 to 10 years has only ever seen increase in prices. And they think that that's normal. That's not. That's not how it is globally across the world all the time. So it's okay for you not to earn money off of your house. The value in owning a house versus renting is more that you're taking your rent out of one of your pockets and putting it into your other pocket as opposed to your landlord's pocket. So, went on a bit of a tangent there. Very quickly, as a recap, how do you know if you should renovate and stay versus sell? If you're strictly a dollar and cents person, is the value of your house going to be increased by more than how much the renovation cost? Otherwise, the renovation was not financially beneficial to you and your net worth. And secondly, if there's so much value in your neighborhood that losing money on your renovation, so you're not getting back what you paid to do your renovation, if the value of your neighborhood is so high that it's worth that, then yes, you should stay. Because you love your neighborhood and you should love your neighborhood. There's a lot of beautiful neighborhoods out there. And I think that's kind of all that we have to do. Unless we're live and somebody wants to. Brad Walsh, I have a question. What tools does Joe use? I can't do this. What tools does Joe use to keep his head so fresh and clean? It's like a cue ball. Do you have any answers, Joe? Laser scalpel. Brad? Laser scalpel. And you're not far off bald yourself, boss, so I wouldn't get too excited there. I think that's kind of it. Episode 27 in the books. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I need a catchphrase. I don't have one. What's a good catchphrase? Keep your stick on the ice and keep reaching for the stars. Is that what Casey Kasem used to say? Yeah, I guess we're done then. Are we done? The Ask Jason Show exists so that you can get good real estate related information from a resource that you can trust. Now, speaking of resources you can trust, here's a couple I would trust to work with my mom. Because good enough for mom, I mean, good enough for you.